Hi everyone, and welcome to the Red Brick House. My name is Susan and I like to make things on this channel and share them with you. And so today what I'm making is I'm making some kitchen hand towels and for the fall season. Now these could be for any season. It's only fall in the colors that I chose. But I wanted to share with you this pattern that I've been working on. I've been using a free pattern. And here is what it looks like. I love the drape on this. This pattern is called Buttermilk Tea Towel. Isn't that a cute name? I love that. It is by Wildberry, and I will share with you some of that information here in a minute. I'm going to go to my table so you can see this up close, and you can see the other color choices that I picked out. So let me bring you to my table, and I will show you everything up close. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is the colors that I chose. Now I love this cotton. Here I purchased that at Hobby Lobby. It's my favorite cotton to use because you get quite a bit for the price point and it's very soft. And so I really like to use this type of cotton. The pattern that I'm using to make this tea towel, I think the yarn that she used was the Lions brand cotton. I'm not familiar with that. I've never used it before, but I would love to try it because I like Lions brand as a company. So that might be something I might do in the future. But for now, I purchased this, and so it's the same brand for all of these. And this is the color Burnt Sienna. I'll bring it up close so you can see. And then this one is called Sage. Absolutely love this color. I got another limey green. It's more of a, not really neon, but it's way brighter than this one. And I got that because I might use it. If I don't use this red all the way up, I might make one for Christmas. So that is Sage. And then this one is Olive. In the store, the lighting was not very good inside Hobby Lobby, I'm just saying. And this looked brown to me in Hobby Lobby. It looked like a greenish brown. Then when I got it home, I realized it is more of an olive, like army green type color. But I still love it. And then this one is called Bruschetta, or Bruschetta. I say Bruschetta. It's a very pretty, kind of a pumpkin color to me. Kind of a reddish orange. I think it's really pretty. And then this is just simply gold. It's kind of a mustard color gold. And so, let me show you the towel. I've made one towel, and I loved it. So I'm going to try to just put it out here so you can see it. So it has some stripes here on the side, and then it has a lovely texture. And this is, I'll say it again, this is the Buttermilk Tea Towel by Wildberry. Now, when I first started this project, I was looking on the internet for patterns for hand towels, for kitchen towels. And I think this was the first one that popped up, so I just clicked on it. And I went to her website. Her website is Wildberry. Now, it's not wild with a D, but it's WHILEBERRY. And she has several free patterns on there. This was the buttermilk tea. She had one, I think, called cilantro, which I thought was really cute. And I think maybe one called saffron or something. I can't remember. But she had 5 or 6 different patterns for these towels. And I found her website to be very pleasing. There were not a lot of pop-up ads. And so I just followed the pattern directly from her website. Now, she's also on Ravelry. And I did not find her on YouTube, but I think she has a video on her website of how to do this. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that, but I think she did. And so this little pattern, I mean, it's very simple to make. It's just a combination of knits and purls and it's a 2-row repeat. The pattern was very easy to follow. It was very, you know, it was very explained very well. I didn't have any problems following along. I wouldn't consider myself a beginner knitter, but I'm not an expert either. So I did this pretty easily. And let me show you what it looks like on the back, because I really like the back as well. It's kind of similar to a rib pattern. And you end up with these little, almost like, it's not seed stitch, but it's almost kind of like moss stitch a little bit. It looks like that. It's not moss stitch, but it kind of looks similar. It's very textured. So I like both sides, really. This kind of has more defined stripes than this side. But I really like both of them, both sides of it. So it's really cute. And now it did curl a little bit, not a lot. It still wants to. I did steam block this. And then after that it did lay flat, but you can see, like, if I just kind of let it drape, it does want to curl under on me a little bit, but it's not terrible. I don't know that it would be worth putting a border on the edge, but I mean, you could do that if you wanted to add that on. Now, if you are going to use this cotton, like I did, I will let you know that when I got to the end of this towel, I thought that one skein would be enough. I got to the end of the towel, and guess what? I ran out of yarn right at my cast off. So I had to go buy another green ball of yarn here. Just to do my, not cast off, bind off. Just to finish the thing. I made it all the way to the end, and I needed one more row. Now, if I had tightened my tension a little bit, I might have had enough to do the whole thing. But going forward, I started working on a new one, so let me show you that. Going forward, on this one I used the gold and the olive. And on this one, what I plan to do is in the middle, in the body of the towel here, where it's just all this solid color, I'm just going to reduce it by 2 rows. It's a 2-row repeat, so I'm just going to take out 1 repeat, and I'm going to see if I can get, you know, my whole towel out of this one skein, because I really like to. I don't mind buying, you know, duplicates, but you know, to only need a whole new ball for 1 row is not very feasible for me. And so anyway, that's my plan. I also thought about changing the needle size and going down 1 size, and it would make the towel a little bit smaller. I want to say I'm using a size 7. I will check on that. I used what she recommended in her pattern. She said if you used a different yarn, that make sure it's category 4 or let me see, where did I find that? Like a medium yarn. I thought it said somewhere on here. Okay, I can't remember where I found that information. But you want to use a medium weight yarn. And if you look at the pattern, you can read that on there. So I'm gonna pull up her website so that you can see it. I'll try to link it. I'm new to YouTube, so I'm still learning all the ins and outs of linking things. But let me show you right here. And so I hope you can see this. This is her website. And she has some beautiful things. She has some beautiful socks. She has all kinds of different things here that you can make. I'm not sure how many of them are free, but she has quite a few free patterns. And so look her up, because I think it's well worth looking at. Here's the towel right here that I did. And these are some of the other ones here that I might try as well in the future. And so, yes, I'm so glad I found her, because I'm loving this little pattern here. And so I hope this gives you some ideas of just different things you can do. I plan on making a couple of more of these. I would like to have 4 in total. And then I know I'm not going to have enough yarn to do that, but I'm going to make a different color variation. So instead of doing the 3 rows right here, I think I'm going to combine some of these other colors, and I'm going to have different sections, almost like a color work kind of, I don't know, not Fair Isle, because it's not going to be different patterns. It's all going to be the same stitch, but I'm just going to change the colors up as I go. So I think I want to try to have a base color, and then I'm going to change up the colors and see what happens, because sometimes, you know, I love, you know, making patterns true to the way the pattern was intended, but then a lot of times I like to take a pattern and kind of like tweak it, change it, and see, you know, it's kind of fun just to see what happens when you try something different. And so that's what I plan to do. So I'm going to finish this little towel, and then I might make another one or so. And then when I get more progress done, I'll come back and show you, because I really am excited about making the different colored of stripes one. And it won't just be a stripe here and here. Like, I was going to make the whole thing in different stripes. So I'm going to be changing colors a lot and carrying the yarn a lot. But I think it'll be really interesting. So stay with me and I'll show you how that looks. Okay, so now I'm back and I have finished this little towel. So I think it turned out really cute. There were a couple of times that I messed up, and I don't know if you can see it on camera. Hopefully it doesn't, not that noticeable. But I always show you guys my mistakes, because I think on social media we need more of that, you know? Nobody's perfect, right? Even if we've been knitting for a long time, you know, when we make handmade things, we kind of accept that it's not going to be necessarily perfect. And somewhere through here, right through here, I started knitting the wrong row is what I did. And so there's kind of a line through here that you can tell that it's not right. I did go back and I took those stitches out, but I think what happened is that they got twisted. I'm not sure. It looks okay. No, you can tell. So I think those stitches, when I took them out and redid it, I think that they were twisted. I tried to knit through the back loop, but that didn't really work because some of them were purl stitches and some of them were knit stitches, and I did the same with all of them. I think what happened is that it was just the knit stitches that were twisted. So when I went back and did through the back loop, I just twisted all the purl stitches. So it didn't help fix this problem, but that's okay. I think that's what happened. I'm not an expert knitter with things like that. So anyway, they still turned out cute, I think. I'm still going to use it. I have not blocked it yet. So, like I was talking about with the first one, you can see how it wants to curl up a little bit. But I think once I block it, that it will be better. This one was. But even still, it's still, because I don't wet block. I don't like soak my thing and then block it. I steam block it, and it did help quite a bit. But I think if you did wet block it and pinned it, I think that might be better. When I do that, I have a tendency to stretch it, and then when you undo it, if you don't stretch it in every single spot, it just looks kind of weird, and so that's why I don't like to do that kind of blocking. But when you lay it flat, the edges lay out flat, so I mean, I'm happy with it. So let me show you the other one I did. So these two, I did not use the colors that she uses in her pattern, but I did follow her pattern, I guess to say, color-wise. And so on this one I didn't. And let me show you how it turned out. I'm not finished with it yet. I've just got a few more rows to do. But let me lay it out here. So this one, I really like how it turned out. I like playing around with color, and I think it turned out really cool. So what I did is that I used this super dark green color. I can't remember the name of it now. I think I said earlier in the video the color of it, but I used it as my base color. And so I started the edge with that color, and then I just added in a different color for the stripes. But I kept this as a base color, and I just did the same amount of rows at the bottom and in between each of these section of stripes. And so I think it was 4 rows. So 2 repeat rows in between. And I really like how it turned out. I think it's really cute. I think it's very fall looking. I like it. I think it looks neat. And so I have another plan. My last one that I'm going to make. I wanted to make 4 in total. And for the last one, I'm going to, I think I'm going to start with one color. I don't know what color. It's not really going to matter to me. I'm going to start with one color, and then I'm going to do a different color for the stripes. And then whatever color I used in my stripe is then going to become my base color for the next section. So say like if I did it this way where I used the green and the orange, then when I got to this section here, my base color would turn to orange. So I don't know how that's going to look. I thought about doing that, but then this row would be orange right here. So I don't know how much of a stripe it would be more like a 2-stripe. I don't know. I'm just going to try it. It's just so much fun to play around with color variations because, you know, you don't know what it's going to really, you can't really visualize it till you make it. And so I think it's fun to do that. I didn't know that this would turn out and if I would like it, but I really do like it a lot. And so I think, I don't know, when I do things like this, it makes it a little bit more, I don't know, a little bit more, I guess, interesting to knit. I mean, I love solid color things. Don't get me wrong. I love the solid color where your eyes get to rest and then you have the stripe on the end. I love that. But I like the look of this. I don't necessarily love knitting or crocheting or anything like that in all one color, but I like the end result and I like how it looks in the end. But as the process of doing it, when I'm actually knitting, I find working with colors or color work to be more interesting while I'm doing it. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But let me show you the back of this because it's really pretty too. So let me show you what it looks like on the back. Now, I do have a lot of tails I gotta leave in. That's the downside of doing lots of colors, is that you end up with a lot of ends. And a lot of people don't like that. But here is the back of it, which I think is equally as beautiful as the front. So we'll pull it up close for you. It's kind of, you get more defined color rows here, or stripes, than you do on this side. So I'll hold this one up close too. So that was the front side. But I like it, and I like the texture of it. I really love the snobby texture on the back a lot. So that's going to be nice when you're drying your hands to use that. So anyway, there it is. So when I get the other one made, I I don't know if you have followed any of my other videos here recently on my fall crafting videos, but I'm going to do a final video once I finish my my fall quilts here. I'm almost done, so that video is coming soon. What the video I'm talking about is that I want to make a final video to showcase all of my fall stuff. So I think how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to do a little room tour of my living room and my dining and my kitchen area, because it's one of those, you know, it's all one concept room. It's just all one big room. And so I think I'm going to do a little room tour, and then you can see all my finished things that I haven't always shown in my videos. So like this next hand towel that I'm making, I'll show all of those. You know, you'll get to see it too in that final video. And so that's just kind of been a way. I've made so many things this fall, and that's just kind of been an easy way for me to be able to go ahead and get videos out to you so you can, you know, look at them. Hopefully you're inspired by them. Maybe you want to make something similar and it gives you time to make something, you know, while it's still the fall season. And yet it gives me time to work on my projects too and get them all finished. And so anyway, that's all I'm going to say about that. That will be coming soon. And thank you just so much for watching my videos. And thank you if you're a subscriber. Much thanks to you. And I hope that you've enjoyed watching these fall videos. They're pretty much almost done. I think I might do a few slow stitch projects for Halloween, but really I think this is about all I'm going to do for the fall season. And so anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.